All right, hello, and welcome to another episode of PortsalMC Map Gaming Building Vlogs. Today, I'm going to be doing a little thing different. I'm not particularly working on a new structure. I'm revamping revamping a stronghold that kind of has been needing some attention. I made a quest where I'm going to be either have made or am going to be making a quest where your goal is to go out and locate a stronghold. This is not related to the Finding the Eyes of Ender, although if you want to merge the two on your own playthrough, be my guest. I don't exactly know how that would play out. So yeah. Anyways, let's jump into the action here. Here we are. So yeah, what am I doing? Well, you maybe notice. What I'm doing here is I'm gonna be. Let me show you. Let me go into. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. The situation underground. So this is the stronghold I'm working on. It's basically revamping a generated structure. Yes. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I do want to. Kind of put some effort into it. Oh, cool. Well, that's cool. A dungeon is somehow generated into here. I guess that makes sense. Let's elaborate on this a little. Kind of blend these two together. Maybe thinking, why go all through this trouble just to like find these little? It's the little areas that matter here. It's not it's not what the overall structure is going to look like. It's going to be all very random detailing. There's not much thought going into each detail. It's how everything fits together collectively as a whole, rather than the sum of each individual detail. Or at least that's how I'm choosing to go about it. Yeah, apparently there's. Lovely. I may need to balance that a little. That seems a bit too overpowered for a structure. I'm gonna do a series on overpowered structures, or unfair structure generation. Because there are quite a few places in my Minecraft map that don't need to be so difficult. get that they're just supposed to be challenging, but this just takes it to a whole nother level. Ah, yes. The power a simple stair can have. If you ever want to know how to make, like, look at, like, bricks have fallen out and notches and stuff, just do it like this. It's a very simple building tech. It's dummy simple, and it works. That is how I'm gonna phrase it. If it's dummy simple, it works. Oh, great. They're building up there, folks. I don't know what else to do. I've done all I can. Oh, the moans. Anyways, yes, I'm doing YouTube full time now, so that's fun. Comment down below how many of you have Minecraft Java, who has Java, who has Bedrock, so I know my demographics here, because this map is for Java. I have been thinking of making a second one, or maybe a, I guess, offshoot map. And I don't know. I might make a Java a Bedrock version, but it's gonna be a little different. Probably a little smaller, a little less time put into it, because. And I'm not saying that I don't have anything against while I do Minecraft Cave. Again, I don't do this stuff for, like, I do this all for fun. This is just my design process, what I go through. Why I chose YouTube was because I couldn't find a job. No one was willing to hire. Well, I tried one or two places, but nobody else around me was hiring. So, unless it was for a CDL driver, which I don't have a CDL, nor do I have a driver's license. So, yeah. They're getting exactly set up to work just yet. My life ain't exactly that easy. We're losing. I don't like messing with natural mob spawns, so yeah. Today it's just gonna be casual. It's more gonna be geared towards talk, like I've already discussed. Well, actually, haven't I discussed? Okay, here's a big change. I've added 17 more quests. I've added an additional amount of quests and I've gone through and counted everything, made sure I didn't have any overlapping quests or anything. But to say the least, there are now 17 quests, folks, in my map. Now you may think, oh, that's tiny. Why only 17? Well, here's the deal. These quests are long. They're designed to take time. They're designed to be enjoyable. Make you feel like you've actually accomplished something instead of going out and saying, hey, go this, bring this back. No, it has you going out and performing various tasks in order to amount to something that you're going to need later on. And it's they're all kind of tied together. It's not the again, I'm like not entirely sure where I'm going with this, but yeah. Um, let's head down. Just remember to close the doors behind us. Jeez. Here's all the skeletons. I was wondering when I'd see a few. Hold on. Anyways, so what I'm doing right now is putting holes in the wall. Yeah. God, that sounds incredibly wrong. Please do not clip that. Yeah, so I'm just putting holes in the wall. I think I'm overall yeah. I mean, it's, you know, the whole point of the strongholds is they're designed to look ancient. They're designed to look old, worn, and battle worn. I just think taking some bricks out of the wall, making it look like there's bricks been taken out of the wall, would overall improve the aesthetic. And there's not that much work that requires to be put into this. In fact, if anything, it's just a bit of detailing. That's pretty simple. At least from my perspective, it's simple. I guess to other people, maybe people even at Mojang, this may seem complicated, but yeah, no, it's not that complicated, really. I mean, these structures have been in the game for what, like 10 years, and they haven't done anything with them. So I guess, you know, maybe if I make a mark, maybe if I improve it a little here and there, it's a little bit of a building process, but I can get back behind it. Not saying Mojang is doing anything wrong here, but I mean, they could give a little attention to the older structures. For instance, they could add some more detail. I mean, what I'm trying to say is the existing structures can always be edited. Should always be editable. Like, you should always be able to edit those structures and their data values. And toss in some like purlin noise or something for stairs and stuff that like adds it randomly. I don't know. I'm just a hobbyist. At the base, at face value, I'm just a hobbyist. I'm just someone who enjoys making videos and content and putting it on YouTube. Doesn't matter if it's good or not to me. What matters is I put something out and I enjoy what I have a good time doing it. God, that also sounds very wrong. But yeah, this you may be wondering, why are you out flying around? Well, I just like to work from the ground. Gets you a better player perspective so you can actually see what's going on instead of getting this view. You're getting how the player will actually see it. I hate to be so particular about things, but when I do this type of work, you know, I kind of have to nitpick everything. Especially when I have this weird pet peeve about people nitpicking things. Yeah, I'm no stranger to it. It's just quite bothersome if you do it to a person, not if you're doing it to a structure. I guess critiquing the structure at its core point what I'm essentially doing here. Um, Obviously, I might put this all into one video actually, one long special video. I wish they had cracked stone brick stairs. You know what? And cracked stone brick slabs. That's something they could also add into the game. Maybe wondering, why don't you just give yourself a permanent night vision effect? Because that's one effect I have to physically remove with commands or milk before I release an update. And that's not going to happen for a little while because I haven't put as much effort into this update. Well, unless you count the amount of quests I've added. To think that these structures were built underground for a reason. Which makes me believe that there is something different here. There's more going on than what Mojang is telling us isn't the full story of Minecraft. But here's the beauty of Minecraft. Minecraft allows you to use a game where there is a lot of underlying and hidden lore, but if you ignore all that, at base value, it's just a block voxel game that's kind of fun, and you create the story around your world, not the other way around. Sure, they give you a bunch of generated structures, and you can play the game as it was intended. I like to create my worlds. I like world building. I like world editing. Honestly, it's a fun little thing to do. And if I can enjoy doing this, then I'm gonna continue doing this. Because honestly, it's kind of a lot of fun. I mean, I wouldn't stay up past 12 if I didn't think this was a lot of fun. Sure, I had my moments where I've been like, you know what, I need to take a break. I just go snooze for 12 hours, and wake up after that and kind of return to things after a little. I take breaks here and there, play Kerbal Space Program off recording hours now. I'm still trying to figure out how to record it. And anyways, you know what? I'm thinking of making this a 3-part video, or at least a 3-part mini series, where I just edit this generated structure, because this is going to be the only actual stronghold in this map that's going to be custom. The rest are just going to be the generic generated ones, which I have no problem with. It's just that, it'd be so much better if every single one had this level of at least some level of detail like this, using slabs and stairs and whatnot. But look how much better look how much more weathered this looks. It looks like blocks have fallen out. Putting it behind cracked bricks and that, it makes it look like, yeah, stuff is broken, stuff has fallen out, but it's still intact, largely. And just this worn kind of, I guess it's not in its era anymore. I mean, we're not exactly given a time scale on what everything happened. I mean, there is a rough overarching lore. There's actually a few theories out there. There's the MatPat theory over at Game Theories, and then there's a few other theories out there. I haven't looked into them. The only one I'm really familiar with is MatPat's, but I have my own overarching theory on Totems of Undying itself. Running into a completely different subject change warning. My theories on Totem of Undying is that, while at first it may look like totems, they're really the trapped souls of villagers who have been, I guess, trapped in there for a very, very long time. Hold on, I have one inventory slot. Let's grab skeleton skulls. Yeah, that's not foreboding at all. You see a skull on the ground and be like, oh. But in Minecraft, it's just like, oh, it's just detailing work. Yeah. Kind of turning this into like a horror themed thing. I guess, I mean, Halloween, I live in the US, so Halloween's kind of coming up. It's on the 31st. And that reminds me, I have a friend I had to say happy birthday to, whose on his birthday would be on the 31st. I think I'll have that there and the mossy stone bricks there. I hate Endermen with passion now. I used to find them interesting and fascinating, but in actuality, they're just nuisances. Aside from the lore aspect they give, and yeah, they're kind of like the only way to farm ender pearls, but it's like, is it really all that necessary to go around killing tall black creatures that are, yeah. I just don't understand. I mean, I get that they're a reference to Slender Man, and the creepypasta's there too. I guess what they were initially at when they were initially added, they also had green eyes when they were initially added. I would really like them to change back after you kill the dragon, but unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get that sort of functionality yet until the game's more flushed out, I guess. Because this is at heart, this is always will and always be an indie game, as long as Microsoft doesn't fuck it up too much, which they kind of have with the. Sorry for my language, but and the addition of the very flawed chat reporting feature, which I do not like. And alas, we've made it back up here. I'd say what, we've removed like 5% of the mass from this entire build. Oh yeah, I added some, let's add some more skulls. Because, skulls are nice. They're a nice aesthetic choice. Let's take the clock. I'm not going to worry about the time. This episode's going to run over a little, but I don't have a problem with that. It all flows and blends pretty nicely together. Yeah, we can get rid of mossy cobblestone. We're not going to use that. We are, however, going to need a flint and steel now. So I guess that's an adequate replacement for that slot. Again, hotbar management. A little detail here, a little weathering there, and it just comes together quite nicely. Basically map making in general is kind of a dying art, at least at the technique that I'm using is a very old school technique. See, I've studied the simplicity of the older way that Minecraft was building older Minecraft building techniques, and I just find them very nostalgic and thus very fun to build with. And then we go room to room and repeat, rinse and repeat. And you know what? Let's just keep going because this is satisfying. This is satisfying to look at. Let's replace that there. Crackstone brick in the middle and another down there. Again, I'm gonna then go over this with a bunch of like foliage, such as primarily vines and glow lichen. I think that would fit in with the build right now, with the build the way it is. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna work that in. I think that's gonna be part 2 with foliage and stuff. This is gonna be part 1. Again, I used to do 3D modeling and animation as a hobby. It was a fun little hobby. I still have the software. I still tinker around with it. I have to upgrade to Blender Portable version 3.3.1, and that should be fun. I just kind of lost touch with it, or rather interest with it, recently, so... With weathering here, it's like you have this crisp edge here. I think really the only thing this is missing. This has too many block faces. Where you see hideous, I see perfect, because this is... Again, we're nowhere near the... Well, we're only like 900 blocks away from the island, which is kind of funny. So this is pretty super close to the island. It's not even that big of a trip, really. Like if I wanted to, I would. If I wanted to, or if it wasn't already implemented, I wouldn't have put the end portal quest in at all. But since I wanted to have an option that was closer and then a little bit safer, I'm going to be doing this in a 3 parts. So first is the obvious surface detailing, greeblies, whatnot. There. Again, I'm kind of taking inspiration. I can see where Mojang... I can understand why Mojang wouldn't want to change some of these features. They're nostalgic, really. They bring a lot to the game. But at the same time, it's like... Like, I don't quite understand where I'm gonna go with this, and honestly, I think I've done plenty for right now. Well, actually, I say that, and then there's this entire corridor down here, which doesn't lead anywhere, but I'm gonna... So I guess this is gonna be a multi-episode project, and I think I'm gonna do it all in one night. 3 episodes all in one night. I'm not gonna upload all 3 just yet because this will have a collective numerical designation, as I want to break it up to into like different areas. If any nostalgic Minecraft music cuts on, I should probably pause and change that, but I'm not going to. Oh no, wait, that was a quest to visit a stronghold, but I removed it because it wouldn't fit with the design parameters. So I guess I'm re-adding that quest now since it's going to be fitting with design parameters. And yeah, I have certain parameters I'm working with this map. Not a lot of it involves command blocks, surprisingly. So a lot of this is old school questing, quest book systems that date probably to 2012-ish. I'm not sure. Whenever books were added and you saw a bunch of quest books, it's basically a map for Let's Plays. If it wasn't completely evident, yes, I am. My detailing does include, and it's like this. You can find this location will be found using Eyes of Ender. The Eyes of Ender won't point actually to the portal on the island, so you won't have the issue locating a stronghold if you do want to do this and find this area. But right now, I'm going to do some stuff off camera. I'm going to do more detailing work. I have sort of done enough and shown enough roughly what's going to be going on that you can get an idea of what's going to be in the full build. I'm going to spend maybe 30 minutes finishing up, going through and finishing up the rest of the fortress before I start recording the next video, which is going to involve adding foliage and, well, not foliage, more vines and whatnot. So very short video, but still important and still pertinent to the map design process. Again, this is gaming building vlogs, and what are we doing? Building. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If this has helped you understand a little bit about Minecraft buildings, then you're welcome to subscribe. I do this as a hobby currently, but if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, that'd be great, because I'd love to turn this into like more of a job or career out of doing this, because this is just really fun. I'm on a low-end system, so things kind of get slow at times, but when I'm like working on generated structures, it's generally pretty fast, unless I've already put a lot of the infrastructure up that I need to, and in that which case it can get kind of framey. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.